Hello student, today I will explain power factor improvement by synchronous condenser. At first we have to know what is synchronous condenser. We know synchronous machine when working as a power factor improvement device, then synchronous machine is called synchronous condenser. So first, this is a industrial load which is connected polyphase system ROIB, and load power is P1 kilowatt and load power factor is cos phi 1 lakh. Here is a switch. Now this is a synchronous machine is not connected in the supply. Now we draw the phasor diagram, that is with respect to voltage, current is lagging at an angle of phi 1 because the load power factor is cos phi 1 lakh. Now this is the phasor diagram. Now the load power triangle, this is the power triangle of the load. AB shows the active power of the load and BC is the reactive power of the load. We can write P1 P1 10 phi 1. This is a reactive power of the load. Now I closes the switch. This is a TPN switch. That is a triple pole. Triple pole switch is connected. Let the motor draws a current of IM. We know when this synchronous machine working as a synchronous condenser, that time synchronous machine is unloaded. Unloaded means there is no load on the shaft. So just is taking a current of IM. By changing the excitation, we know there is a AC supply, this is the DC supply. By changing the excitation, the power factor of the synchronous machines can be lead. So IM can be varied from 0 to 90 degree. In case of static condenser, always the capacitor current is purely 90 degree, but in synchronous condenser, by changing the excitation, we can change or vary from 0 to 90 degree. Now here suppose this is the motor current. Let the power factor of the motor is phi m. Leading power factor. Now the vector sum of this plus this is equals to total current. So total current we can draw IT, and the improved power factor is phi t. This is the vector diagram after connecting these synchronous machines. The vector diagram shows the power factor, the angle was phi 1, and motor leading power factor is phi m, that is with respect to voltage, Im is leading at an angle of phi l. Now the resultant power factor is phi t. Phi t is the angle between voltage and total current. Let's get this. Now, in static condenser, we know static condenser does not take any power. Here, this, as the synchronous machine is a rotating device, so it always takes a power. Suppose the motor takes the power from the supply is P2 kilowatt. So the power axis will be changed. So D. So this portion is P2. BD is the power taken by the synchronous machine. Now the resultant power factor is so DC is equals to, this angle is phi t. So this CD equals to P1 plus P2 10 phi t. DC is the reactive power before connecting the synchronous machines, and after connecting the synchronous machines, due to P1 and P2, CD is the net reactive power of the circuit. Now, if I draw dotted line, so point ABC, CD, D is P1 plus P2, 10, right? Now, suppose this point is M. So, CM is equals to BC minus BD, BE. CM means BC is the reactive power of the load, and after connecting the synchronous machines, the net power factor is phi cos phi t. So reactive power DE is equals to P1 plus P2. So Cm is the reactive power supplied by the synchronous machines. So reactive power of the synchronous machine Cm is equals to Bc minus Bt, that is P1 10 phi 1 minus P1 plus P2 10 phi t. So KVR rating of the synchronous machine is calculated by Cm, that is Bc minus D. Now we have to calculate, we know as synchronous machine is AC, so rating of the AC machine is in kV rating. We have to calculate by the vector diagram, by the phasor diagram. We draw here. The extent D up to E, that is Ek is equals to Nc. So Ck equal to Bd, that we can write, this is the P2. P2 is equals to Ck equals to Bd, that is power taken by the synchronous machines. Cm is equals to Ek, this is the leading power supplied by the synchronous machines, and another, so this is the power triangle of this synchronous machine. This is the, we can write kVARM, meaning kilovolt ampere reactive power of these synchronous machines. So this is the active power, this is the reactive power. So CE is equals to kVm. kVm means the kV rating of the synchronous machines, and this is the power triangle of the synchronous machines. This is the active power, this is the reactive power, this is the apparent power. So this angle will be phi m. So this phi m means power factor of the synchronous machine at which operate. It is always leading. So what is the magnitude of leading? We can solve by this. So leading power factor is supplied by the synchronous machine. So CE is equals to kVAm. This is the kV rating of the synchronous machines, and this angle we can apply cos phi m. Cos phi m means the power factor, leading power factor at which this synchronous machine operate. So cos phi equals to Ck divided by Ce, base divided by hypotenuse. So I can write P P2 divided by kVAM. P2, this is the P2 active power. This is the apparent power of the synchronous machine. So base divided by hypotenuse is the cos, or we can calculate 10. If we ET by this 10, angle can be calculated and then apply cos. So by this system we calculate the leading power supplied, leading kVAR supplied of the synchronous machines, and what is the power factor at which is operated. In vector diagram is it seen, it is always leading. So this is the power factor and this is the power triangle of the synchronous machines which is leading. So we calculate the power factor of the synchronous machine. One important point, one is the advantage, the disadvantage of the synchronous condenser with respect to static condenser. In static condenser does not take any power, but in synchronous machines power is taken to P2. So for improvement of the power factor, the total power supplied from the source is increases. So power is some increases current due to R2. This is the power factor improvement of the synchronous condenser. I think you will understand. Thank you, all of you.